Member for Hunter has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister representing the Minister for Employment and Workplace Relations. How is the Albanese Labor government helping to deliver pay rises for Australians? What threats are there to people's pay?
Give the call to the Minister representing the Minister for Employment and Industrial Relations.
Thanks very much, Mr Speaker. And I thank the member for Hunter for the question, because the moment the member for Hunter arrived here, he was asking for us to legislate for workers in his area to be able to get pay rises. And once we'd legislated, he started asking questions about what those pay rises were that had been delivered. And what's changed this week, as of the Leader of the Opposition's speech yesterday, is now we're not simply talking about pay rises that have been delivered, we're now talking about pay cuts that are being threatened by the Leader of the Opposition. And so I can say to the member for Hunter that the speech yesterday referred specifically to the pay rise that Danielle, who I previously referred to, who works at the Mount Pleasant mine, has received. So the information now that when people go back to their electorates they can explain is someone like Danielle is now being promised at the next election that if the Leader of the Opposition's in government, she would get a $33,000 pay cut. Because the same job, same pay provisions that he referred to in his speech yesterday are the only reason she got the pay rise. The Leader of the Opposition might be able to, on the plane home, explain this afternoon to the flight attendants there, who don't just provide a service role, they're trained in safety, they play a really important role, flight attendants on the plane, that the pay rises that they're just finding out about now through the Fair Work Commission are now promised to be pay cuts at the next election that the Leader of the Opposition is taking in his industrial relations policy. So for those people who were employed labour hire and were being paid $16,000 less than the people they work side by side with, the Leader of the Opposition, as of yesterday, is now taking to the election a promise that their pay will be cut by $16,000. And it's not only people who are affected by the same job, same pay provisions. People might remember the Secure Jobs Better Pay Bill dealt with multi-employer bargaining. The speech yesterday had a direct attack and a promise to get rid of multi-employer bargaining. Now, people who are involved in air conditioning systems around the country, the sheet metal workers, they've now received a 26% pay rise in their enterprise agreement that the Leader of the Opposition is promising to get rid of the principles that have caused that to be the case. So goes to the next election promising a pay cut for those people working in air conditioning. We've had the exact example today of the early childhood educators. Their pay rise process started with multi-employer bargaining. This Leader of the Opposition goes to the election wanting to cut their pay.